What's going on, guys and girls? Rob here, and just a little update as to what I'm going to be doing. I think maybe later this evening, it may even be in the later PM hours. It could be 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight. I think I'm going to get a couple of boxing matches going. Probably heavyweights. Joe Lewis is my new heavyweight champion, and I think I'm going to probably have him fighting. And I'm also coming up with a stolen base um, chart. Now, it's pretty basic, but you can use a number of ways. Um, I'm going to base it on two 20-sided dice. Okay, two 20-sided dice. So you can have numbers all the way from 2 to 40. So it's 38 dice roll, 38 different rolls you could have. Um, so what I'm going to do, and I'm going to base it all on like A, and then once we get to Z, then double A, you know, double B, double C, stuff like that, all the way down one way and going across the other way. We can get within a little over 2% of a player's stolen base percentage, and 2%, a little over 2% of how often a catcher throws out a runner. So, for instance, let's say we're talking JT Realmuto, who throws out roughly 40% of his play of the people that try to run against him. We will make it. I'm going to make the chart, and it's close to wherever 40.3 or whatever it is percentage. That'll be that letter. Then the other person, however they run, that'll be there. Okay. Then that will tell you what dice roll you have to have in order to make it or to get thrown out. So I think I'm gonna try to do that pretty soon. I want to try to get that. So many games don't have a good proven um, stolen base method. It's just like you just pick up a dice and roll it. And if it's not a six, you get a free stolen. But it's not that easy. I don't like that. And depending on runners, so each what you're going to have to do though, if you're going to whatever game you're playing, you need to go ahead of time. What's up, Derek, Dodgers Royals fan? Before you play the game, you need to go to all the players you've got playing that day and find out their run percentage or their stolen base percentage, okay? And you can write it down next to their name. And then you also need to get the catcher's throwing out percentage, okay? And then I'm going to try to have a chart. If I can get it made pretty soon, I'm going to try to PDF it. That way, within 2.2% or something like that, it should be pretty good. So somebody can really throw base runners out 58% or whatever. You go there, and then if they get thrown out, I mean, if they steal 60% of the time, and then we'll graph it, and then see what you got to roll, and we'll go from there. But obviously those two percentages, you've got to mix them together or add them together, and then divide them by two, and that's what you got. So it may only be a 120 roll, but I'm going to base it on two 20-sided dice. That way I can get the percentages as low as possible. I don't have 100-sided die. If I had that, I could get it within 1%, obviously. But I don't have that. But with two 20-sided die, if most people have that, they'd be able to do it. And it would be almost the same difference if you used 8 6-sided die. Yeah, you could do that too. that would be pretty much the same because the lowest number you could have is 8, and the highest number you could have is 48. That'd be 40. Yeah. Two D10s. Yeah, you could use two D10s, but two 20-sided gives me 38 numbers, all the way from 2 to 40. And that's what I want, though. I wanted as many numbers as possible. That way I can get the percentages down real, real low. That's why I'm going to do two 20-sided die. With, let's see, a 10-sided die doesn't have a 0 on it, does it? No, no. So to use 10-sided, if I was going to use for like 4 10-sided die, or 5 10-sided die, it would still trim it down from 5 to 40, 5 to 50. That's only 45 numbers, where this would be 38 numbers. So it's not that big a difference. So 220-sided is probably what I'm gonna base it on, and I'm gonna graph it and chart it out and everything. So if you don't have any chance of hell of stealing, then the ones like you use in the boxing game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 2 of those. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm going to try to figure it out the best I can. I'm going to try to go all the way from 0.00 all the way to 99.9 or 100%. Um, nobody's ever stolen 100% of their bases. If they've tried 100 times, they've got thrown out sometime or another. So I'm gonna get going on that. That's my next project I'm gonna do right now. Joe Louis is my heavyweight champion. Joe Louis is going to fight somebody this evening. I don't know who, but I'm going to have him fight somebody. I've got to decide on who. I've got about 5 different contenders that I'm thinking about doing. Ali is all. Everybody will tell you Ali, Tyson, Foreman. I don't know. I may go with somebody different. So we'll see. We'll see. But it should be good. Joe Louis may go with Jack Dempsey. I don't know. I don't know yet. But catch my channel for that. When the updates, it'll show you when I go online what I've got going on. And if it interests you, come join my channel. What else I got? I've had 2 races now, red, white, blue racing so far on my 2018 season. If you haven't watched them, you should go back and watch them. 2 different winners, so they're both in the championship playoffs. 16 drivers in the playoffs, just like they do now, and those 2 drivers are automatically in with 24 more regular season races to go. I'm hoping I don't have to keep up with season-long points. I'm hoping I'm going to have 16 different winners, which I think is a good chance because the first 2 winners, one of them I probably wouldn't predict it. May not have won, but in 26 races, you can probably figure out you're probably going to have your Kyle Busch win. You're probably going to have Joey Logano win. You're probably going to have Denny Hamlin win. Just different ones. You're probably going to have by the 26th race. Will there be 16 different ones? So I don't know. So we'll see. Running full races. If you go back and watch my Daytona 500, 50 laps, and I split that up in 3 videos, so you can watch that if you wish. I still need. Don't need so much, but if somebody's interested in owning one of the part-time race teams, the 79 and 95, different ones, different cars. I'll let you decide who you want to race the next race. 96, 99. It's not the cars that's going to be the greatest, but they're still. Some of them have as many as 5, 6 drivers. And rather than me pick it, I'll let you pick who you want driving in that race. So just something interesting if you want to do it. It's wow. I don't even know how many. 72 cars, one of them, 51's another car, 99, 96. What other cars are there? I can't think of them right now. They're in my other videos, and some decent drivers. So if you like to, and you're like, okay, I'd like to put my driver in there, whatever, then you'll be quote unquote the owner of that team. Um, Probably not one of the best teams out there, but if you pull off a victory, hey, it'd be cool, especially if you pick the driver, that'd be awesome. Don't forget, I still have about 8, 10 Soccer Blast games left with my Manchester City season ongoing. I have got some History Maker baseball. I'm in June of 1980 right now, and I'm going through the season and playing every Monday. One actual game, actual lineups, as close as what History Maker gave me as far as players. And running through every Monday game, a Monday game. Back in the day, ABC and MLB were at war, so they didn't have a full season of Monday Night Baseball in 1980. They didn't. ABC didn't. They had Monday Night Football, and it didn't go over too well with baseball that they weren't getting the money like football was, and so contract dispute came out, and they splattered all through the season, showing a Sunday game, a Saturday game, a Monday game, a Thursday game. They even had Thursday night baseball once in a while. So I'm just picking out. I've picked all my games out already. One game on a Monday, and I don't have any idea. I haven't even looked and see in advance who are the starting pitchers, who are the starting lineups. So sometimes even the big names are setting the bench. They're just available for pinch hitting duties or whatever. I'm not going with any injuries. I'm not worried about that. I'm just running through a season, and like I said, I'm in end of June or mid June right now, 1980. Then I'll decide where I'm going to go from there. Wow, what else have I got going on, man? Oh man. Like I said, my boxing, I'm going to get that going back up again sometime this afternoon or evening. Big ups to Steve Tower. I noticed his the face to the mat video he did. That's real good. Really well done. A couple days ago. So big ups to him on that. Don't forget the lightweight set, Glory Days Boxing. The date, it is still tentative. Release of middleweight boxers, Halloween Day, October 31st is the tentative release date. Now, chances are, I know Anthony well enough that most of the time he puts it on a Monday. I haven't looked and seen what day of the week Halloween is on, but chances are Anthony's going to release it on a Monday and have some sort of release or whatever going on with the heavyweights. If you don't own Glory Days Boxing, I mean not the heavyweights, middleweights. I'm sorry, middleweights. So I'm sorry about that. The middleweight release is October 31st. If you don't have the game at all, okay, I'm not sure how much it costs. You can go to sidelinestrategy.com, gives you all of the prices, I think. But if you wait and decide to get the board game of boxing, Glory Days Boxing, heavyweights come with that. Lightweights, additional. Middleweights are additional. So you can get, let's just say, oh, I don't like lightweights. You can get yourself the Glory Days Boxing Heavyweights come with it, 100 of those. You can get the middleweights with, an added fee, 100 middleweights added with it. And you don't have to worry about lightweights. The heavyweights are included in the package, okay? And that's the way that rolls with that. So if you're interested in the game, when you order Glory Days Boxing, heavyweights are the automatic ones you're going to get. That's 100 of those. Then extras are the lightweights, and then the middleweights October 31st, tentatively scheduled. So expect it right around there, early November, or maybe a couple days before Halloween. It could be released. So right now, I just spoke to him a couple days ago, and he's hoping for a tentative release of the 31st. I am still forgetting something, but I don't know what. Oh, my NPNG Plus game. That was the main reason I'm coming up with this stolen base thing. I wanted a stolen base type thing with that game, and I think it'll be good. So it's going to be a lot to try to go through every catcher in the league, but with computers nowadays, you can find out every percentage that you want, and you can make them a grade, or you can put them at a grade level, and you can do that, and then let the dice decide if they steal a base or not. So they have base stealing. Oh, really? See, I never have seen where you could find, what's going on with that. All right. Text me, email me something, help me out on that. Might be something I do not do then. It may be some download file on their side. Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. Now, do they do it by percentages? Do they use the defensive catcher? All right. Do they use the catcher as well as the runner, or just the runner? Because I want to have it, whoever the catcher's playing at the time, to play a part in that. So if you're playing, one of the Molina brothers, I don't want to make it where if you run 70% of the time, you make it 70% of the time, you're not going to make it 70% of the time against those guys. So that's my big thing. I don't like it. I don't like. That's one thing I don't like about History Maker baseball. You just roll the dice one time, and that's they get all players a steal rating, and each pitcher has their own whole rating. Each catcher has a rating, either plus. Oh, all right. Okay. I got to find that then. I got to go back and get that printed off. Excellent. Excellent. Now I got it in my head. Maybe I'll do it anyway. I may still do a steal meter. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Based on, I don't know, do it some kind of way anyway. Do they make a 50-sided die? Oh, all right. That's awesome. Okay, I know they do hit and run and bunt and all that, but I never did find a stolen base. No 50-sided dice that you know of. Okay, 50-sided would be awesome, because then, all right. You slowed up on your videos lately, huh? Derek Dodgers Royals fan is sometimes Derek. What is it? Is it Rams? Derek Rams Chiefs fan or something like that? Is it Rams? It's not Chargers. It's not Derek Raiders. Chiefs fan. Derek Rams Chiefs fan. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was Rams. The file section in there. I'll find it. I'll find it. It's just something I didn't get printed out when I got the game. That's manager. It's called manager call base stealing for cards and dice. Now, is the one you're talking about though earlier? That's for NPNG Plus, right? It's specially made for NPNG Plus. They're a basketball can be Derek Lakers fan. Okay, that won't be a problem. Man, I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll come up with it. But I still may make a chart if I'm not pleased with this one. We'll see. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that game. I just hadn't done it. I had to give it a rest after that full season I did. Steel index, base adjustment. Pitcher's hole rate. Okay. I gotcha. Yep. When everything comes into play like that, you can really do some base running on some of these guys. Okay. That's cool because I got the lefts and rights on NPNG. I know sometimes you don't even have to go the lefty righty type deal, with pitchers and stuff, but I got that all on mine. Runner on first, tipped in the steal second. He's just steal index 26.